Alright, greetings friends. I can't remember when I actually backed this project, but a while back I backed a skirmish war game project called Malediction. What interested me in this project was the fact that this game was played on a small area, I think around a 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot. But you know, anybody who's watched any of my videos know that I just like a smaller playing area and everything. And second, once you buy these core boxes of each faction of the game, the box will come with 2D card sets of everything you need. That includes like the miniatures and the terrain, and any of the playing cards used to play the game. So like basically everything you need to play the game will be in this box set, the best I can remember. And then you get a code which allows you to log into the website, and you can download STLs to use to play the game. So you can go. So after you learn how to play the game using the 2D models and everything, you can go and print your own miniatures and paint them up and have like an awesome collection of real 3D miniatures. And it comes with 3D terrain, I believe. So if you're new to wargaming, you just don't have a particular set of models laying around the house that would work well for each faction of this box set and everything. The box will come complete with 2D models, which you can go ahead and just get started and start playing the game right away and learn to play the game as you print and paint your 3D models. So I think that's a really killer idea. I just love this whole concept, and I truly think this should be like the way of the future for like a lot of wargaming and everything, especially just smaller skirmish games and everything. As of now, I think there are only 4 factions to choose from for Malediction. When I bought the box set, I chose the Legion of the Fallen and the Order of the Shattered Throne. So there should be 2 other factions that go by. I believe one of them was like very magic heavy, and might be this one. I really don't even remember. Back when I chose, I just kind of picked the 2 that I thought looked cool and everything. So it's been a while since I backed this project, so I kind of don't remember everything that goes in this box. So I thought it'd be a really cool thing just to do like an unboxing and a reveal, and I might be just as surprised as you are by opening these and everything. So let's get started. Alright, so let's start with this Order of the Shattered Throne. The best I remember, these were my favorite looking models. I don't remember how they were supposed to play or anything, but I feel like there's some guys that maybe have like a griffin or something in here. But let's check it out. Okay. I'm glad the glare doesn't look as bad with the wrapping over it and everything. Let's open her up. Pretty nice box, actually. Okay. Dear player, thank you for purchasing a limited edition of our first game. So it comes with like a little thank you note here. Don't know if I'm supposed to cover that or not. Oh, this is pretty cool. So when I bought my first recruitment deck for Warhammer 40k, it came with like one of these. The 40k one is a little bit thicker, but this is still pretty cool. 12-inch ruler. And these are your first punch out I guess these are these are all the miniatures. So like I said, there's like a little griffin guy. Get out of here, fly. And there's some cool guys and some shield. Very knights in shiny armor kind of look, you know. Very cool print. Really nice cardstock. It almost have like a texture to it. And they're pretty thick. I will go ahead and punch one out. Let's go with this guy. Good grief. Oh. No wonder I can't bust it out. So, yeah, you can see how thick they are. Not too bad. So, I'm guessing there's some sort of counters used to play the game. I'm pretty sure this is some of the terrain. It's just like a 2D terrain set and everything. Looks pretty nice. Really impressed with just like the print. Really nice. Here's some more terrain, I believe. I would think these are corner markers in case you just want to lay out your own kind of terrain area or play area. I guess so. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, does this open up somehow? Yes, it does. Oh yeah. Yeah, so we got rounds. I don't know how many rounds are supposed to play in this game. Maybe 4 to 5 plus, or I don't know. Like I said, I never played it. It just looks pretty cool. Very nice. Ooh. Was this 20-sided? Yep. 20-sided dice. Hopefully, it'd be really rad if I open this other box set and it's a different color. I think that'd be rad. And there's a code for there. I want to cover that. This card right here has like a code to unlock my miniatures, so I'm not going to show that. But good looking cards. And looks like, oh, these are like spell cards. Looks like they're color coded. This might be the hero cards. Looks like there's some abilities and stuff here. Not really sure. Skirmisher. Yeah, I think these are actually the miniature cards that kind of tell you what the miniatures are. I'm just guessing. And there's that Griffin guy. And there's, it actually says spell. Oh yeah, it says unit right here. Duh. Okay. There's a spell. Attachment. Item card. Very cool. Relics. It's really interesting. Alright, so that's that. I'm gonna assume there's nothing under this thing. Nope. Let's open this pack. This is... Open this first. Wow. I totally did that backwards. Follow the rules. Starter deck. Open this first. Oh, some more unit cards. I wonder if those are extra units. Who knows? There's a terrain card. Unit. More spells. Relic. I'm gonna have to look into it. I don't know if these are like the starter deck and these are like extra. Don't know. There's the basic rule book. Pretty cool size. Okay, there's a resource tracker, round tracker, initiative token, corner pieces, terrain pieces, units, damage tokens. Okay, and one D20. I wonder if that's all you need for the whole game. It's one D20. That'd be pretty rad. Sometimes I do get a little annoyed of throwing 20 D6s around. Sometimes it's really cool, sometimes it's kind of like a pain. So it shows you some movement, melee examples. Stop. You know everything you need from now to play the first game. The next section of this book will dive more into advanced rules. Okay, so I guess there's regular rules and advanced rules, which is always cool. And ooh, quick reference on the very back. Very smart. What's here? And this looks like these are all the bases that your character would go in. See if we can open this up and put one of these guys on the base. Yeah, to be a kind of makeshift starter, this is pretty nice. Like, if you're into board games and stuff, you're kind of used to this kind of quality, and it's pretty good quality just for like the starter. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could totally like play that and not even print out the STLs and have a good old time. Boom. Alright, that is very cool. I was just double checking to see if this QR code was anything important. It is not. If you hit that, it will just take you straight to the website, or at least a Google search of the website. So hopefully I'm not going to get in trouble for showing that off. But there is a card in here that has a code that lets you go to a website, and then you can, it allows you to download your STLs to play the game. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with the quality of the box and everything. It's very well made, pretty thick stuff. Yeah, I'm actually really super impressed with the 2D models and everything that are in here. Really thick cardstock, really cool print. Somebody who's a graphic designer is into like print design and everything. I thought it was pretty impressive. Pretty sure this box is going to be more of the same, but we'll go ahead and open up while we're here. Okay, finally. Alright, so like before, you got a nice looking ruler. Introduction page. You can see the faction has their own kind of color scheme and everything. That's a big old piece of terrain right there. That's pretty cool. Here's some more models. Punch this guy out. They are double-sided as far as it's the same picture on each side, so that it's not like you got his back here and then the front of this person. But I'm fine with that. Actually, I've been kind of messing around with designing my own 2D models, paper models, and I've been going back and forth of whether I want to do the back side of the character or just do it like this, where it's the same thing on both sides, because when you're messing with 2D, you really just want to know what the character is. So whether you're looking on this side of the board or the other side of the board, it's a lot easier to tell who the character is when you're looking at the front, you know, instead of like looking at some dude's like cape. It's kind of hard to tell. So it actually makes more sense in the print world just to have the same face on both sides, a front and a front, instead of a front and the back of the figure. Just let the 3D models be awesome as is. I don't know what these red areas are. Places. Oh, I bet that's some sort of height thing where you're not allowed to go there. Interesting. Does this stuff gonna fit there? No. I don't know. So, here's the markers. I guess it's non-passable terrain, I would call that. Very nice looking graphics. Go ahead and flip that card over because it had a code to get my STLs. If you follow the directions like you're supposed to, open this first. So there's 2 packs. I don't know why. Are these the same? Yeah, it's got the same color. Yeah, they're basically the same. I don't know. So this might be just like the starter deck that comes with it, and maybe there's more STLs you can buy. I don't know. I'm learning with you guys. That's fine. There's a different color D20. That is very nice. Alright. Rulebook. See if it looks about the same. I guess it does. I don't see why you would make it different for... I don't know if it's faction specific. Doesn't look like it. I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I can remember that looks like this. Doesn't matter. And then the bases are colored. Let's see if I can open this a little bit more so you can see the exact color of it. Where'd my guy go? Boom. Very nice. Pretty hefty bases, and not like you can just plop them over or anything. Plus, I don't know if you could tell, but I've been trying to iron on this war mat for a while. It just came wrinkled because it came in the mail. So there's some wrinkles on here, and this thing's whoops, there. There's a big old bump right there. They hold up pretty good, and that's like one of the smaller ones. There's some big old bases in here. I don't know what goes on that, but that's pretty large. That's probably getting on that to the 60 millimeter or something. These look like they're about 32 as far as the base, I'm just guessing. That is that. Thank you for watching. Oops. Like I said, I think this is a really cool idea to make these starter boxes like this, just to get you just up and running. Sometimes I get like really pumped to play a game that's come out, and then you just kind of either forget about the game because you're like working on the models, or you've been working on models for so long you just kind of like lose interest in it. I'm pretty bad about that, where I'm just like, I'll just start working on a faction just to play at one specific game, and then I get lost doing something else and I never get to play the game. Get a 2-box set, comes with everything you need just to get started. Go ahead and learn the game, have a good time. And if you really get into it, start collecting the models, start printing them out and painting them. The models do look really cool. I think they're 42 millimeters, so they're a little bit bigger than your typical like 40K models and such, which are around like 28 to 32 millimeters. So it's really interesting. The figures are bigger, but the play area is kind of smaller. The terrain looks awesome. Looks like they give you lots of cool terrain to print out. And I'm pretty sure the terrain, I don't know about the models, but I'm pretty sure the terrain are both designed for resin and for FDM printing. I don't know if they're designed for supportless FDM printing. There's some companies that kind of specialize in that, but I do know that they are designed to print out in certain sections and they go together in certain ways, and there's 2 different versions for the resin and the FDM and everything. So it looks like a lot of thought went into this kind of project. I think it's super cool. So if you like this idea, check out Malediction. I will put a link in the description. Okay, so that is 2 of the 4 faction boxes that you can get for Malediction. I will put a link to the website in the description of this video. It's definitely an interesting concept. The game claims to favor more of a strategy game over luck. I could be wrong, but I think you build your armies by using a card somehow, so that it's more like a Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh kind of deck building, and then you use the models to represent the units and add movement to the game. The website says that it can works for both a 2 and 4 player games, so that's pretty neat that you can have like 4 players at once on one board. The miniatures are very well sculpted. I like the fact that some of the units have very complex bases. They just went through like a lot of details, since there's kind of less models on the board as a skirmish game. I felt like they just kind of had the freedom to kind of get really crazy with the models. And all the terrain is pretty cool, because each faction has a terrain that is very unique to, that corresponds to the faction. I guess my biggest takeaway is going to be the fact that once I saw what's inside the boxes and the quality of the 2D art and the models, if you are a big time board gamer and you've always wanted to dip your toes into wargaming, this is a great gateway for that. You will feel right at home. Thanks for watching this unboxing video. I might start printing some of the STLs once I get into the graphs of how the game works itself. But until then, I'll see you guys on our next adventure.